Hello. Hello, this is A.M. Snyder from Snyder's Sunshine Art Studio.com, coming to you with a autumn themed jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So we are going to look at how to start off with using our curvy lines to make ovals or semicircles, and those curved lines are going to build our pumpkin, and then we're going to add its face. And then we're going to use our curved lines again to create this witch's hat. And then we're going to bring it alive even more with its face and its limbs made from the vines and the leaves. So let's get into it. So first of all, we are going to start with a curve in the middle. It looks like a U, the letter U, and then we can lightly attach the top of it, which will help us. And then not directly in the middle, but off from the middle on the left, I'm going to start my other curve. And it's going to go around, and it's going to connect down here. And again, here's the middle, slightly off the middle on the right. I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure it comes all the way down. So it looks like, kind of like a nose. And then we build on it. So we come off the side over here. Notice the distance here. Distance. Okay. And then we build our pumpkin. Now if you were looking at just drawing a pumpkin, well, there you go. And we could make it taller and more narrow, which would make it a taller pumpkin, or we can even make it wider as we go out, depending on whatever line you use there. And then of course you can always just put the stem on it. So that would give you the typical pumpkin. Just darken that just so you can see it a little more. Okay, now we want to put a witch's hat on it today, so I'm going to get rid of that. And now, I am going to draw, and I'm going to turn my paper because I think that's going to help. I'm going to draw an oval. And that oval is going to come around right at the top, just like that. It looks like I'm thinking of like a sub or hoagie roll. We'll put our meat and our lettuce in there, right? If we sliced it open, that's what it reminds me of. Alrighty, then we are going to duplicate this line right here a little higher up, just like that. And then we bring it to a point here. Now, I drew on a smaller sheet of paper. If you draw on a paper that has a little more length to it, you can of course make that a little more pointy there. Alright, and then we get our pumpkin, we get our eraser. Our eraser. We do have our pumpkin, but we need our eraser now. And we're going to get rid of these lines in here. There's that. And then we're going to add its face. So when we look at this one here, you see I used that little candy corn kind of shape. Use some curved lines. But you can add any kind of face pieces that you want. So maybe this time I'll use an oval for its nose. We have an oval. And I'll give it a tooth. There we go. Straight lines and curved lines. Straight lines and curved lines. And then we'll make this one have more circular eyes. It looks very happy. And so when I drew the original one, it's looking towards the moon. You can always have it looking at you. Could be looking to the other side. Either way. And then we are going to add our wavy line in here. So we have a curve, and then we have a wave, And then we add a buddy, a line that travels with it, using a little zigzag, curve zigzag. And there it is. Do that again, curve, curve. Okay, it looks like feet. That was my intention, like it's walking with its leaf feet and the vine as legs. So the same similar idea, using our wavy line and giving it the vine effect and adding leaves to make it look like hands. And then we do the same on this side. Oh, by the way, I just curved that and added the extra little vine there. You can always extend it. That's always fun. Okay, and we add our zigzag leaf. And there it is. So now it looks like it's waving its arms at us while it's kind of patting its feet on the ground. And then we can add our zigzag grass. I'm very excited to always draw this zigzag grass. It's kind of something I do in a lot of my pictures. It just grounds everything. And if you wish to add the moon, you're welcome to do that. I used a circle here and kind of gave it that whole man in the moon approach with some wavy clouds. We can always use a crescent moon, curve, letter C, and we can use more of a bumpy line for our clouds if you so desire. Put a cloud behind the hat, another cloud. And overall, it is drawn. Now we get to add color to it, and when you add color, really think about how you can blend the colors together. So I tend to take and use the crayons with a value. So if I press really hard, where it's highlighted, it would be lighter, and where it's in shadow, it would be darker. It creates the illusion of roundness. And then I used orange, and I used red orange, and I blended them together. Gave a highlight with the yellow, put some green in there, and I put a little bit of brown just to give it a little more rough edge to it since it's outside in its nature. And when you color, figure out what direction makes most sense. Grass grows up, so I colored vertically. And the sky, usually we think of it going horizontally. I decided to color it up and down. Also color in a circular motion, which smooths out the color as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed drawing with me, our little pumpkin guy. And as always, I like to take a Sharpie and go over my lines. So I'll end our video doing that. And you can think about how you would like to color it. Now, pumpkins don't have to be orange, so keep in mind that you can make them whatever color you desire. It is your drawing. The hat does not have to be black. The hat could be purple. You can also add designs in the hat. I tend to always like to use the star. Star is fun. You can always use some other kind of design in the hat. And in addition to our little pumpkin person here, you can also add little kinds of critters in the grass, or maybe a spider's dangling down somewhere. And you can make it your own by just adding a few extra things to your picture, or even deleting. If you don't want to make the vine and leaf limbs, you don't have to. Maybe your pumpkin has some freckles on its face. That could be quite fun, freckled pumpkin. And maybe there's stars in the sky instead of clouds. And then after I Sharpie it, I erase all pencil lines and color it in. You can also paint it in. So I hope you've enjoyed drawing our little pumpkin person with me. And it'd be great if you colored yours in using some kind of art medium to make it look super exciting. Enjoy. Snyder Sunshine Art Studio. This is A.M. Snyder. Until next time.